Good morning, students. Today's class, we are going to be doing the first part of these beautiful woven flowers paper plates. So first, we're gonna paint concentric circles, meaning we're gonna be blending some colors, and I'll show you how on the paper plate. We're gonna let it dry. Next class, we're gonna start this really neat weaving technique. So let's get started, and hopefully we can get it all done, even if it would be a short class like early Wednesdays. As long as we follow directions, it shouldn't take too long. So you're gonna get your plate, and step number 1 will be to sign. We're gonna sign the outside of the plate, so not where the food normally goes, but today we're signing the outside of the plate. So put your name and table number. I'm gonna write 0. You're gonna write 1 through 30, whatever your line number, table number is. Don't forget to do that. Once you have that, you can turn your paper plate over, and you will notice that we have bucket with water, little water cup that you're gonna be sharing with your shoulder partner. And per table, you're also gonna be sharing this plate of paint. We're using, what kind of colors these are? Primary colors. So primary colors cannot be made with any other colors, but they can make other colors. So for example, yellow and some added red created this beautiful orange here. Okay, and I'll show you as that happens live. It takes a couple of layers to mix it in. You're gonna add a lot of yellow and then a little bit of red and see how it transforms into this orange. Then leave some red in the outer ring here. You're gonna start adding blue, and you're gonna see the purple start appearing in the blue. And then you're gonna keep going with the blue all the way out. And the last thing you're gonna add is yellow, which is gonna turn the blue into green. And that way we will have made secondary colors green, orange, and purple. And we are starting with primary colors again, which are blue, yellow, and red. So this is how we begin. Wash your brush nice and clean. You're gonna have a paper towel. You can dry a paper towel in the brush in front of you a little bit so it's not dripping all over the place. And also, when you dip into yellow, we're gonna start with yellow. It's important that you don't make the yellow dirty, because next class also needs to use yellow, and it would not be fair if their yellow is already green because you put blue in it, or orange because you put red in it. So the first yellow circle starts with lots of yellow in the middle, plenty of yellow, so that we can go ahead and add some red. So you can go use up your yellow, then you're gonna wash your brush. I'm pushing down on the bristles a little bit so that the yellow gets washed out. And I'm gonna dry my brush a little, and I'm gonna go ahead, oops, I need to show you, I need to dip into red, and I need to show you my palette so you can see. So if one student is using this row, then the next student will use this row. So 4 students will be sharing this tray of paint. And remember, it needs to last all day, nice and clean, because we have only a few minutes, sometimes only 2 minutes between class. So I will not have time to clean up these trays. So if I see you mixing the colors inappropriately, you're gonna be excused from this art activity. So make sure that you wash your brush clean before you dip it into another paint. So I start with a clean brush. I go into red now, and I'm gonna start applying it on the yellow. And I'm going carefully inside as a little bit of red is now turning into orange in the middle. As you can see, that inside ring is now orange, and the camera doesn't show as perfect as in real life, but it shows a little. Okay, and I'll just apply more of that red around the edges. Make it nice and even circle. Before I wash my brush, I'm washing it again. I'll dip it and I'll swirl a little bit on the side of my paper cup so all the paint goes away from there. Then I squeeze some of the paint out like so, some of the water out, so I'm not dripping the water all over the table. See, nothing is coming out. And I still will dry it a little more. See, there was still pigment in there on the paper towel. So dry it so that you can get that excess out. I'm gonna dip into blue now. And in this order, okay? So always pick up the color that it's supposed to be in this special order, so that we're gonna make colors secondary colors in that order. So I'm putting blue, and as you can see, we already have that purple on the red, the purple ring, and you can go over it just one more time to get a thicker purple ring. The more you go over that, it's gonna blend better. The red is gonna turn into purple. And I have a pretty nice purple ring now. And I'm gonna keep taking my excess. I still have blue on my brush, so I'm gonna carefully go around with that blue. See how neat it is? It already looks like a flower, because some of these have, the edge has texture, so you can see the ridges here, how the paper is folded, and only the top is being painted. The tops of those folds are getting the paint, and that's why it looks so neat. Okay, let's wash the brush. And our last thing is gonna be to go back into yellow. So for this, we need to really wash the brush like twice, because yellow will get dirty this time from blue. And definitely, especially when water is dirty like this, it definitely will muddy the yellow. So clean your brush extra well. Maybe let's get another paper towel just to dry it better. Okay, and when your brush is nice and clean, we're gonna dip it into yellow. And we're gonna go over these edges. One time, all the way around, and then second time we're gonna start blending. And as we blend, it should be turning into green. And it is. It got nice green shades here, as you can see. I'm holding it just with my side of my nail so that I don't get the paper plate fingerprint it by holding it with 2 hands. So hold your paper plate on one side and then just paint the edge. That would be enough. I mean, we got pretty much the same result. And right now, don't re-dip it because your brush is dirty into the yellow. That's enough. And at this time, just put the brush down, everybody, and let's put the top lid back to save our paint for the next class. And Miss Kramer will collect these from you from each desk. So we're gonna let this dry, and I'll show you a place where to put it away in classroom so that we have it safe for next class. Okay, hopefully it turned out great for you. And next step will be going to clean those brushes, and I'll show you how.